It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Jazz out in Salt Lake City. And for Utah, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And the Jazz, signing their young talent to contract extensions and acquiring veterans to complement them. It kind of feels like they're finally put the finishing touches on the roster.
You know what funny thing about it, Ernie, I've been asked to move the front office a lot, and that's why it's tough. I wouldn't do it. I possibly wouldn't do it because the work is never done. You got to just keep working and working all the time and trying to find new angles. And, they got a lot of depth now, but it's still not done.
So it's too much work. I'd much rather be doing this.
Well, I wouldn't say much rather but I just like you guys better.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
And, the question you have to ask yourself, do they have the stars with the talent? That's the question you got to ask. Do they have enough stars to win? It's tough to dominate without superstars.
See how much easier it was to just say that?
Yeah, you're right.
Here's Kevin Harlan, also a man of few words.
Do you have a cold?
No.
The crowd is coming here to Vivint Smart Home Arena, Salt Lake City, Utah, to cheer on their Jazz. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of Houston's road schedule.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. Here's the starting group for Houston. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Favors. Back to Gobert. Shot clock at 5. A floater, and he sinks the layup. Mitchell's got the game going here with the first basket for the Jazz. And two teams with deep rosters. When you talk about the value of depth over the course of a long and arduous season.
Well, you get a chance to see the great teams that don't have to rely on just their first 7, that really go down all the way to the list of 12, 13, 14 guys. The Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, they have, over the years, played their entire roster and played them in crunch time. And a lot of times, their second unit, they win games for them. And the Cavaliers, that's another team had to throw in there.
Yeah, they can weather injuries and still move forward.
Yes.
And finally, that one's good. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the game to go. Mitchell's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Screen by Capella. Ariza. No good with the triple.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Now, here's Rubio. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game. Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Harden the pass to Anderson. Turnaround Jay. Second chance shot. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Here's Ariza. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
Well, Kevin, he expects their interior defense to be airtight. He said rim protection is something we really do well. Our ability to contest shots allows us to become more aggressive on the perimeter. Makes it a win-win. We'll see if all of that holds up for them tonight. Back to you.
Thanks very much, David. Did you guys see this game playing out as a defensive battle?
If they get their way, it will be. They're coming in with the idea that they can win this game with their defense.
Well, if they've done it before, sounds like their goal is the same as always. Cause as many problems as possible with their D and never let up at that end of the floor.
And here's Rubio after Trevor Ariza just hit the 3. Gobert the screen. Ingles kicks to Favors. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Favors can really hurt you from inside the paint. If he gets the ball in a good spot, he has the size and length needed to bury the shot.
Capella with a screen on Ingles. Here's Paul. Gobert with the block. On the wing, Ingles. Ariza covering. Ingles dishes to Favors. Count that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Harden. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Here's Mitchell. Kicks it to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. Passes to Gobert. Gobert the screen to the middle. Up off the screen. He lays it in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Harden sets the big for Paul. Harden outside. The 3. And that one is off. And Utah the other way now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And that can happen on the road. You can get a little bit tight, and often it really shows itself at the free throw line.
And as a visiting team, you're already behind the 8 ball. Can't afford to give up opportunities like that.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
One of the best rebounders in the game, keeping Rudy Gobert off the glass is a tall order.
Utah shooting their first free throw tonight.
One shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
I mean, Rudy Gobert, a 7-2 shot blocker out of France. He's emerged as the starting center in Utah, a defensive dynamo.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And Rudy Gobert with a 7'9 wingspan, arm span, and a 9'7 standing reach. Steve, those are the longest measurements ever recorded at the NBA Combine.
Wow, and also surprisingly, he's light on his feet. The combination of length and mobility, it makes him a terror on defense and a dangerous, dangerous role man offensively.
Now here's Ariza. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his first points in this one.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Rubio outside, and Gobert kicks to Ingles. Dishes to Mitchell. Ingles with the ball. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. No good there. Good work defensively by Capella. Rockets trail by 8. Paul outside. In the corner, Harden cans it from downtown.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard.
To the paint. Here's Favors. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
Ariza goes in.
Look at the front court tandem of Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors. Both tremendous players. The question, though, do you get enough spacing with those two inside to win it all?
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
The first free throw is good. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. Here is Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ingles with a screen on Paul. Rubio the pass to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Ingles dishes to Favors. Over Anderson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And last season the Rockets offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense. And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Throw good, James Harden. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
In the way we have kind of a positionless game now, Smitty, there is no part of the court, I mean any part of the court, which not one person cannot go to. I mean, a point guard can play any place. The big can go outside like you just talked about.
You're totally right. And now you've seen bigs shooting 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. And a lot of point guards starting to post up. It is definitely positionless basketball that we're seeing right now.
But fun to watch. Seeing those bigs shoot like that, wow, fun to watch. And so here is Houston. After the basket by Utah. Here is Mbamute. Another miss by Houston. Utah leading by 3. Burks kicks to Exum. He feeds it to Crowder. Gobert the screen. Jumper off the screen. That one rolling around and rims out.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
The pass to Gordon. Burks against Harden. Here's Nene. Rebounded by Urebko.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Here's Crowder, makes it off the glass. Crowder's got his first basket of the night.
He stands 6'6". He's a combo guard. Burks is capable of handling and creating for others.
Harden's shot is good.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Exum passes to Urepko. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Gobert, and that comes off the assist by Exum. 7 points for Rudy Gobert. Rockets trail by 5. And here's Harden. He has 7. Left side, Gordon. Nene kicks to Harden. Gobert with the block. Now Exum. Stolen by Gordon. Knocks it loose. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Thunder.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
And here's Exum after the three-pointer from Joe Johnson.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Now here's Gordon. He's tightly guarded. Johnson in the corner. Launches a 3. Rockets keep it going with the new 24-second clock. The shot by Nene, no good.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And Gobert, even when he gets hit, maintains his focus on the bucket and gets it to go.
And Steve, the shot blocker, Rudy Gobert, earning the nicknames like the French rejection, the Stifle Tower. He says his favorite is Gobzilla. What do you think?
I'm not sure about that one. I like Go-Go Gadget Arms, but the Jazz are sure he's their man in the middle going forward. I do know that. They signed him to a 4-year, $102 million extension.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
The Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, really making an immediate impact with his rebounding and his shot blocking ability.
Johnson dishes to Nene. Johnson the screen. From beyond the arc, cranes the three-pointer. And Mbah-a-Moute has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Utah leading. 1:31 left here in the first quarter. Exum passes to Crowder. There's the dish to Udoh. Stolen by Tucker. The feed to Gordon. Back to Mbah-a-Moute. And Tucker kicks to Johnson. And Tucker has it in the corner. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Exum dishes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Crowder. Gobert the screen. Now here's Burks, guarded by Tucker. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Burks. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, is a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
And it's Exum in the corner and stolen by Gordon. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Tucker. Johnson, a wide open look. Off target with his three. Burks the pass to Crowder. A three-pointer is right on target. Crowder's got his second basket of the night. Now here's Gordon. Over in the corner, Mbamute. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Utah Jazz. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Gordon out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Johnson. Then there's Nene. And it's Mbamute in at the power forward. Now here's Johnson. Gordon a screen. Johnson kicks it to Tucker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Alec Burks. And the story with P.J. Tucker is an interesting one. Was drafted back in 2006, played a year in the NBA, then hopped between a ton of different leagues in Europe before coming back to the NBA, Steve, in 2012.
Well, his journey has been definitely a long one, but Tucker learned a lot about what it takes to find success going overseas. He's been a player who does all the little things for a team since his return.
And he knocks down the first one. And Utah making a change here. Favors is checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Both free throws good from Tucker. And Steve, it seems like the league is going more up-tempo, more offense, better flow. What makes the biggest difference to a team, in your opinion, as far as unlocking a great scoring potential?
I think when you have guys that can go up and down, and you have five guys that understands the game, high basketball IQ, versatility. Let's take the Golden State Warriors. Let's take the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have 4 or 5 different guys that can lead them in scoring, lead them in assists, and lead them in rebounding. That makes the game fun to watch.
Best teams are always like that, though, aren't they? Got a lot of different ways to hit you.
Yes, and versatility. They can play small, they can play big, they can slow down, they can win on the defensive end, or they can win on the offensive end.
And the Jazz with some changes. Mitchell comes in for Burks, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Houston also making some changes. Anderson comes in for Mbamute, and it's Paul in for Joe Johnson. Now here's Paul. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Here is Rubio after the Rockets pick up 3 to the left side wing. Fades away. Favors can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. Paul dishes to Tucker. Paul against Rubio. Paul passes to Capella over Udo, and the shot no good, a bit short.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Now here's Favors after Clint Capella's miss. 4 on the clock. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Rubio against Paul. Capella kicks to Paul. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Paul's got his first 2 points.
CP3 is not afraid to go up against the bigger guys inside. He continuously finds some space, somehow, some way.
Now, here's Rubio. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Favors can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. Tucker can't get it to go.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Here's Gordon. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 7.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Tucker. 8 points for him. The drive by Paul, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Udo picks one up.
This is where Chris Paul dominates, using the dribble drive to create offense and get himself to the line. You know, from a legacy perspective, Chris Paul is just incredible. Career averages of 19 and 10. He just produces at a high level for his team every single season.
The first one falls. And for Paul, the numbers back up what many say, which is he is one of the best point guards ever to play. Last year, it was 18 points and 9 assists a game. Visually, Steve, he passes the eye test on the court.
Yes, he does. He has established himself as one of the best all-around point guards to ever play. His ability to create for himself and others and shoot it at a high level. And he's great defensively as well.
Well, Steve, when you think about leaders and players who mean as much for the mental game of their team as their coach, you know, Chris Paul right at the top of that list. He has always been a vocal floor general his whole career.
You're totally right. Paul is very aware of everything that is going on in a game. Can get in a teammate's face if they have a mental lapse. Not always an easy pill to swallow, but all players respect Chris Paul's leadership.
Rockets trail by 3. The high post shot, and he hits the jump shot. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Udo. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Reeves it dishes to Anderson. No good. That would have tied it. The Jazz have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Rubio with a wide open look. Rubio can't get that one to fall. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Tucker. Pass to Ariza. And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005 I retired. Some guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta. Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group, other than that we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got uglier and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling has gone up to another level.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently, the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
Your Rebco's checked in for Udo. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Utah leading. Here's Ruby. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Favors passes to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Greg, you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
Whoa! Good. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. From 11 feet away, shot is good off the back rim and in. Favors got 8 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Ariza kicks to Harden. Over in the corner, Paul. Anderson outside. And the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
The Rockets haven't made a mistake at the line yet, 10 of 10.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
One drops. He ties it up. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Here's Paul. Good D by Rubio.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Harden dishes to Capella. Over Favors and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Jazz passing it around. Feeds it to Urebko. And it's off from three-point range. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before. But the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more. And that's an example of it right there.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Exum kicks to Yarebko. Ingles with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Passes it to Gobert. He dishes it to Exum. 6 to shoot. Gobert the screen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Steve, mental fatigue is an issue that can play a factor when the season is in full swing. Is it more on the coach or on the player to keep the team focused on their goal?
I think the organization. I think your teammates, your coaches, and whoever it is to keep that camaraderie going. But ultimately, it comes down to the player. You have that responsibility, and the coach can coach you up, but you got to find a way to get out of those ruts.
You can see where it ultimately would come down to the player.
Yes, totally agree.
Harden with it. 12 points for him. And it's Ariza in the corner. Over Ingles. Here's Nene. And Nene slams it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Exum. He's off on that one. Some solid defense there by Nene. And Bahamute the pass to Ariza. Sinks the 15-footer. Now it's a 3-point Rocket lead. Utah is shooting straight 49% from the field. Now here's Exum. He's guarded closer. He kicks to Yarebko. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert has incredible length. When he's driving, he just rises up over the defense.
Johnson dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. Harden outside. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Here's Johnson. The rebound by the Jazz. And here's Burks. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. Gobert the screen. Yarebko kicks to Burks. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Moves back up and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. It's on Nene.
The length of Gobert causes the defense plenty of problems. He's very clever at drawing fouls on his shots.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season. But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title, you think?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier.
And the Utah Jazz watch their star player, Gordon Hayward, depart for Boston in free agency this past summer.
Yeah, and Kevin, especially for small market teams, that's always the concern, attracting and retaining star talent. The loss of Hayward, a real setback for this young team.
Here's Johnson. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Burks kicks to Gobert. Exum with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Three-pointer, Crowder. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know what, I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And so here is Houston. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Gobert, the screen. There's a screen. Exum kicks to Gobert. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jerebko.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
To the wing on the left. And Bahamute, the pass to Nene. Goes back up. And slam dunk by Nene.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got 15.
And they'll take it. Gobert making his presence felt on the scoreboard.
Harden. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Rockets on top. They lead by a bucket. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those 3-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
The way they were getting rain on from 3, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. You can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. Oh, what was rhyming, Ernie?
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the state capital right here in Utah. Really a sight to see when you get that kind of perspective from above. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Houston in the lead. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Jazz. Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell, and it's Gobert in at the 5. Gobert the screen. Now Rubio. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Gobert with a screen on Ariza. Here's Ingles. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ariza kicks to Paul. Back to Ariza from past the arc. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Rubio against Paul. Rubio dishes to Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. That shot no good. Good D by Ariza. Rubio against Paul. Here's Ariza. Offline with his 3.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Ingles in the corner, takes the 3. Another miss by Utah.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Harden, no good.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
Here's Favors. The rebound by Anderson.
They can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 already to start the third.
Paul passes to Ariza. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. Kicks it to Anderson. Over Favors. No good off the front iron.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Here's Ariza. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Utah called for the foul. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That free throw, no good. Udo's checked in for Gobert. So he comes up empty, missing both. Jazz trail by 5.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel. Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Trying to get back on track. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. He's got 8. Here's Udo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Clint Capella. The Jazz have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. He's off on the first. Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. And he sinks the second. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Paul against Rubio. Paul outside. And he gets it to go. Paul's got 8 points.
One of his signature moves right there. CP3 has perfected the art of creating off the drive.
Jazz trail by 6. Now here's Rubio. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Ingles kicks to Favors, and it's good, 2 points. He's got 10.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Tucker dishes to Paul. And Tucker kicks to Ariza. And here's Anderson for 3. Rubio with the rebound. Rubio's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. And Utah has possession. And Rubio kicks to Ingles.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Ariza outside. Passes it to Paul. And Tucker has it in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Here's Udo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Tucker with the ball. 11 points in the game. Expanding his range. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Jazz trail by 8. And Rubio kicks to Udo. Shoots over Capella. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good. Udo's got his 3rd basket of the night. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range here in quarter number 3. Paul kicks to Ariza. Dishes to Capella. There's the screen. Paul passes to Tucker. To the inside. Here's Capella. Utah with the rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee. That's the first of 6 played on the road. Ingles kicks to Udo. Favors with the screen. Was shot by Udo, no good. Rockets leading by 6. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Two shots.
And that one misses. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Yarebko's checked in for Favors. Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles. Burks, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for Paul. And the second free throw, good.
Jazz coach Quinn Snyder bounced around as an NBA assistant coach 4 different teams, never staying more than a year. He got his education working under so many great coaches.
Exum kicks to Crowder. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Nene.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
And the Rockets making a change here. And Mbaamute's checked in. Free throw good, Crowder.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Here's Tucker. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Tucker's got 13. Jazz trail by 6. Exum dishes to Udo. Burks kicks to Crowder. They set the pick. Over Johnson. They get the rebound. Udo.
Clearly a foul.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Houston. For Utah, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And the first one at the line is good. Anderson, he's checked in for Brandon Wright. And both free throws good for Udo. Houston leading by 4. Outside Gordon. Johnson kicks to Gordon. Down low. It's stolen. And here's Exum. He feeds it to Crowder. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Jazz.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Rockets have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Now Gordon still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Again, the Rockets score.
And that jumper of Johnson is pure. I mean, doesn't pay the defense any mind, even when they're right up on it.
There's a good screen. Udo, the pass to Crowder. Unloads from 13 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
And Tucker kicks to Anderson. Over Udo. Crowder pulls it in.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
And Tucker kicks to Mbaamoute. And the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Crowder. And there's the feed to Udo. Count it. And now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Johnson dishes to Tucker. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a chance now to see the league leaders in 3-point field goal percentage. Second, Eric Gordon.
what a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. And he makes both free throws. Here's Exum. The dish to Gobert. Pass to Crowder.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Henderson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And both free throws good for Anderson.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Inside, and slam dunk by Gobert.
I like Gobert's attack mentality around the rim. You can tell he loves to throw it down.
Over in the corner, Mbamute. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Exum. Pass to Crowder. Gobert with a screen for Crowder. Back to Exum. Feeds to Gobert. Now here's Exum. Defended by Gordon. Exum passes to Gobert. Burks kicks to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Here's Exum. From down in the low post, it goes.
Dante has great length and quickness to be able to operate inside the paint.
Harden kicks to Mbamute. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Mbamute. Mbamute's got 3 assists in the game. Utah has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Jerebko kicks to Exum. Passes it to Jerebko. He dishes it to Burks. Three-pointer. Crowder buries it from three-point range. Crowder's got 8 here in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Gordon kicks to Mbamute. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Crowder makes it off the glass. Crowder's got 10 points in just the second half. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Jazz lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Utah leading. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Luke Mbamute out there with Johnson. Then it's Harden. Then there's Gordon. And it's Anderson in at the 5 down low.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Crowder with the steal. And now Utah, fast break. Crowder with the ball. Burks dishes to Gobert. Stolen by Harden. Kicks it to Gordon. Stolen by Rubio. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Here's Jerebko. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Jerebko's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz. Johnson, the pass to Harden. Unloads from 9. That one misses. Good work defensively by Crowder. To the inside. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
And you got to enjoy watching Harden down low, doing whatever he wants in the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Burks, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Back to Harden. Mbamute is screen on Rubio. Gobert with the block. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. And then for Houston, Clint Capella comes in for Mbamute. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Johnson. Rockets trail by 3. Rockets 6. Gordon with the screen for Harden. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Man, at an important point in this game, that kind of turnover can really shift momentum.
A different look for Utah. Derek Favors checked in for Jerebko. And it's Joe Ingles in for Jay Crowder. And a change for the Rockets. Paul's checked in. Dishes to Gobert. Ingles kicks to Favors. Over Anderson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And 12 points for Derek Favors.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden, that's good.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
You see why his number's being called dangerous score down the stretch.
Gobert dishes to Ingles. Favors with the screen. Gobert the pass to Ingles. That's tipped, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Rockets trail by 3. Now, here.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Agree.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. Over Anderson. Favors can't get it to go.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. not something that a lot of us saw coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
6 feet tall, 175 pounds. Chris Paul plays way bigger than those numbers.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
The pass to Gobert. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The drive by Paul. Here's Ariza, stolen by Rubio. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. He kicks it to Gobert. He feeds it to Ingles. Pocket 6. Pass to Mitchell. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ariza. Here's Paul. Anderson right side. Over Favors. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Paul. Jazz trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Harden outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good, James Harden. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
It's important to stretch this lead out as much as possible right now, and that's exactly what he did there.
They grabbed their own miss. Favors. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
One of the foremost offensive rebounders in the game. Favors always in pursuit.
He had stolen by Ingles, and now Utah, fast break. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt, that could be a gigantic swing in momentum, given how that sequence developed.
Capella sets a screen for Harden. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this 4th quarter has come up big.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just throw it up to Gobert, and he'll take care of the rest using that enormous wingspan.
Anderson the screen. It's Harden with the drive, and they pick up 2.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
There's the pick. Here's Favors. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Paul kicks to Anderson. The feed now to Capella. Kicks it out to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. A 3 from Anderson. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Rubio. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Harden. The dish to Ariza. And a missed layup.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Oh, no question. He just punishes the opposition in that category, and there's no end in sight.
On the wing, Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. Utah trailing here. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 5 assists tonight. Rockets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Paul dishes to Harden. Screen by Capella. And the rejection by Favors. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Harden. Rubio, the pass to Gobert. There's a screen. To take the lead, Favors. The putback, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Paul. That shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Utah calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Here's Paul. From 13. Again, the miss by Paul. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Here's Mitchell, guarded by Harden. And Favors kicks to Rubio. Clock is at 3. Nice shot by Gobert.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
The Rockets trail. Paul outside. Pass to Harden. Here's Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. The Jazz shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. Favors with the screen. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. From deep three-point range, rebounded by Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Rubio dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Yes, that goes in.
A crucial moment in this game. Rubio unafraid to take it upon himself.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Ball against Rubio. Paul passes to Harden. Feeds it to Anderson. Back to Harden. Over Mitchell. And that one comes up a bit short. The Jazz shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Rubio against Paul. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on Ariza. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Oh my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how that error will ultimately play out.
1:30 left in the game. Harden outside. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Rubio against Paul. Ingles kicks to Favors. Over Anderson. Ariza with the rebound.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Paul kicks to Anderson. And stolen by Favors. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Harden. Ingles with a screen on Ariza. Gobert the screen. 5 on the clock. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Harden kicks to Ariza. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Gentlemen, two shots. Move shot.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Harden. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's Mitchell missing, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Two shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Favors with the screen. Stolen by Anderson. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Favors dishes to Ingles. A three-pointer, no good. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Joe, congrats on the win. A lot of back and forth tonight, some good runs on both sides. How did you guys finally take control?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Great job, Joe. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time